Yo, what is good, everybody, on YouTube and Twitch? It is your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for watching. Tonight, we are diving into BTOB, which was the most voted on in the poll on our Discord. Slight plug to come in and hang out on Discord. You get to vote on what we are covering, what we're doing, all that jazz on stream. So come hang out, come join. Everyone's really chill, fun times to be had. But yeah, I'm very excited. Tonight we're doing B2B. I have listened to a couple B-sides, I'm pretty sure, from B2B, but I have not fully delved into their discography. So this one's going to be a long one. We're doing part one tonight, and then we are breaking it off into part two Wednesday later this week. So we have quite the discography to get into. So I'm very excited. So if you're a B2B fan and you're watching the part one, come join us Wednesday. That'd be awesome. Usually I try to keep to the Twitch schedule of Monday, Wednesdays. If not, then I just make sure y'all know. But yeah, that's what's good. So very excited. Sarah, hello. Best of luck, Sarah, later on tonight / today for you. Kaylee, hello. Unhi, hello. What's going on, Gunky? I figured they would win the poll, but I wanted to do the Brandon guest game. I'm sure it's gonna happen. So, I know Sarah has been cooking with it, so we'll be doing it. Kala says, "Hi guys, I will be lurking today because I have a project due tonight. But I love B2B. Oh well, best of luck, Kala. Connie, hello. Sarah says, I'm glad we'll do it later, so I can be there for it. That's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah, and if anyone's here, yes, send Sarah in Discord your choice. I've been trying to guess chat's stuff, so come join. It'd be really sick. Last time it was a blast. I am excited to do it again. So very, very cool. But yeah, that's what we got cooking for today. I'll pull up the playlist again. Huge thanks to Kaylee for putting this together. They did both B2B playlists, so if there's something missing, let us know. We'll try to cover it in a future stream. But yeah, first half we're doing is the first one we're starting off with is Insane, Irresistible Lips, Wow, Second Confession. It says PJ version. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm sure I'll find out. We have Thriller, Beep Beep. We've got, what else do we have? We have You're So Fly, Winter's Tale, It's Okay, Way Back Home, Remember That, I'll Be Your Man, Movie, Missing You, Only One for Me, Beautiful Pain, Outsider, The Song, Wind and Wish, and Love Today is what we are closing out this part with. And then we will be getting into more B2B stuff. I believe Kaylee has posted both playlists in Discord, so you get that little early access. You get to see what groups we're tentatively covering, and always a good suggestion to come give your suggestions there. So very nice. I again hardly know anything about B2B, so I'm very excited. Let's see what we got. Connie says, I love B2B. Gungi says, you did great last time. Oh, thank you. Biscuit says, hi, I'm here just finishing watching Hyungwon's Discharge. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Kaylee says, part one is group stuff and part two is solo and subunit stuff. Okay, very cool. I really like their debut song. It's so good. And Biscuit is very excited for B2B. Yeah. Well, Biscuit, I know you're going to be lurking, but you're going to have to cash in for your 100K. Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit it this stream, so then you get to reveal to everybody what you're gonna be covering. Because I have no idea. But Kaylee says B2B debuted in 2012 and now has 6 members. Originally 7. The fandom name is Melody. Oh, okay, very cool. Is B2B a short for an acronym? That was what I was trying to figure out. Like, do they all have is B2B like a word? Born to beat. Okay, perfect. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. I knew it had to be an acronym to something. So Had a feeling. Very cool. Very cool. Gongi says the other member went. Oh, a member went to jail for marijuana, if I remember correctly. Oh God. Oh, I forgot they take that very seriously over in other than the motherland. So that makes sense. And melody, since every beat needs a melody. Oh, that's actually really sweet. But he's back in the industry. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Well, we'll have to cover him at some point. Be very interesting, but very nice. I think we should start it off with Insane, which again, very excited to delve into. So let's check out Insane first. Cool.
줬던 집도 다른 남자의 집이었고 사람 많은 곳에선 좀 떨어져 걷는 느낌이었어 우린 커다랗게 부풀었던 풍선이 쪼그라들듯이 걷지 답답한 맘을 감출 수가 없어라 뭐가 잘못된 거지 지난 밤과 항상 똑같아 너는 외면하고 나만 매달리는 사이는 이젠 지쳤다고 항상 난 너였기에 너를 믿었던 나기에 매일 밤 외로워 괴로워 지겨워 내가 떠나줄게
Nice. 네 모습이 아직 잘 시감이 나질 않아 난 우리 한 약속은 바람과 함께 사라졌어 남은 건 너의 차가운 시선 거지같이 여전히 네 미소를 그리워하는 내가 미워 이제 정말 너와는 끝이란 걸 인정 못해 죽겠어 내가 떠나줄게 네가 싫어지게 This chorus is phenomenal. They're good.
사랑이란 그네는 멈췄고 다시 돌아오지 않을 기차 타고 I'll let you go I'll let you go 내가 다 버릴게 이젠 다 놓을게 그만둬 놔도 돼 다시 날 찾지 마 마음은 아프지만 잊어버릴 수 있게 내가 떠나줄게
Love those ad-libs over the top. Super nice. All right, very cool. This was BTOB's first song, Insane. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Wow, what a great debut song. I thought this was really, really good. And I imagine for the time, I think it's still, I think it still holds up very well. I mean, looks like this was released, again, 13 years ago. I think a lot of the times when we get into like older groups, I think my, at the I don't know, the thought of always saying like they sound nostalgic, even though I've never listened to them, I still feel like they have such a timeless sound that even though this song was released, 13 years ago, it still has like such a great like structure and like rhythm to it. And I think the movement in the song is still really good. And even though it does feel, I would imagine, of that time, it still retains a lot of great melody choice. And I think that's what to me rings timeless in that aspect of like you can go back and listen to this song. I saw a couple people say that this is their still one of their favorite songs, in B2B's catalog, and I think that's really speaks to, I think that really speaks to again that aspect of you're writing a song, and obviously you're not sure where it's going to take you as an artist, but I do feel like it does give you a great perspective on like if it's a well-written song, it's still going to remain a well-written song far after, obviously after its time. So in that capacity, I think it was really, really good. The vocals on this were really incredible. I really love the staggered like vocals throughout. Like you got to hear each individual member pretty distinctly. So I feel like to me, like not knowing the members that well in detail by now, since this is the first song and really getting into BTOB, yeah, I think this is a really welcomed introduction to every single member, which I think is, I don't want to say it's hard to say, but I do feel like it is a tough road to go down, and I feel like BTOB really tackled that head on, with the first song. I love the energy of the song. It really carries a good momentum to it. I think like the piano sections with like that kind of like EDM electronic sort of like rhythm section, I think it works really well, and it just gives this really cool like movement to the song that I really appreciated a ton. I also really love that final chorus. I think they really kind of laid it out all in the line, which is what you want to do in a song like this. You want to be able to show off your skills and talents, and I feel like what your strengths are, and they did a great job of that, certainly. So I really think that that's great. But yeah, this was a fantastic title song. I like I said, for not really knowing too much about BTOB prior to this, I think this was an excellent start to what I imagine is going to be a really fun series to get into. So very stoked, very stoked. Let's see what we got here. Connie says that this is one of my favorite BTOB songs. I think it's in my top 5. Gunky says they start off with a banger. And then Gunky says this is actually one of my all-time favorite K-pop debuts ever. Wow. Next to Girls' Generations, the best debut ever to me, though. That's fair. That's fair. Gunky also says song always reminds me of my ex. Oh God. I didn't hear this song until 2021. I loved it right away, and it's never felt dated. That I think that's an incredible notation too. Like again, just the timelessness of music it's kind of wild, So, very cool. And Kaylee, thank you for listing out the members for me. Appreciate that. So, very good start. Like I said, I don't want to say I had low expectations because I never feel like I have those, but I'm always very like neutral. So I feel like we can only go up from here. This is a great track to start it off with. So I'm excited to get into the rest of them. So we're going to do Irresistible Lips, which is, I believe, is next. So let's check it out.
시간이 느려지는 순간이었어 이제껏 배웠던 느꼈던 믿었던 아름다움을 넌 바꿨어 눈앞이 새벽처럼 어두워지고 한 줄기 빛이 처럼 마침내 찾았어 나의 그녀 나의 운명 땅을 쿵쿵 밟으며 터질 것 같은 숨을 가누면서 뛰었어 너의 곁으로 그 입술을 뺏었어 그래야만 했었어 너를 원했어 설명도 변명도 없이 네 입술을 빼앗았지 미친 짓이었지만 하지만 뭐라도 아찔한 짜릿한 절대 못 잊을 둘만의 기억 만들어야만 했었어 한순간 얼어버린 너의 그 표정 알지만 하지만 적어도 느꼈어 너의 싫지 않은 표정 땅이 푹푹 패이듯 거칠은 숨을 훅훅 내쉬면서 달려가 너의 곁으로 그 입술을 뺏었어 그래야만 했었어 너를 원했어 설명도 변명도 없이 네 입술을 빼앗았지 미친 짓이었지만 하지만 뭐라도 아찔한 짜릿한 절대 못 잊을 둘만의 기억 만들어야만 했었어 현실 같지 않아 믿어지지 않아 그냥 꿈만 같아 모든 게 비를 머금은 하늘이 눈물을 흘릴지 널 찾으며 달리다 내 다리가 먼저 부서져 버릴지
Great bridge.
너 내가 미친 건지 내 맘속에 가두고 싶었지 어떤 단어로도 말 못해 모든 순간은 마치 사진처럼 stop 그 입술을 뺏었어 그래야만 했었어 너를 원했어 설명도 변명도 없이 네 입술을 빼앗았지 미친 짓이었지만 하지만 뭐라도 아찔한 짜릿한 절대 못 잊을 둘만의 기억 만들어야만 했었어
All right. This was B2B's Irresistible Lips. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see what we got. Yoon Kwan is my bias. I love his singing, especially in my favorite song by them. Ooh, okay, okay. Very excited to hear that, Gunky. Kanye says, love this MV. Love how emotional they are in their MVs. I agree. They got the acting chops. I like it. Kanye says, oh my god, so nostalgic. Kaylee says, IDKY, but Young Kwan with blonde hair throws me off. I guess he doesn't have it now. It would be my guess. That's interesting. I feel like at first when I was into it, I was like, you know what? I never understood it why they like all change their hair so much, but now I'm like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you got to keep it fresh, and I'm sure it confuses the ever loving shit out of anybody that like unless you know the group very well. I feel like it's just like, oh wow, I haven't seen him with like this hair color in a while or whatever. So very interesting. I would have never put those two and two together, but I enjoyed this one as well. I feel like we're keeping the same level of enjoyment for me. You know, I feel like this song doesn't. I feel like if anything, maybe this song was a little bit better in my opinion. Only because I really enjoyed kind of the different musical choices that they decided to use in this song. I also love that in the bridge of the song, they kind of just had like the rappers like just do a little bit of like a specific section of the song, which I think is really fun. It wasn't really, I want to say it wasn't really as apparent maybe in the first song, and that's not to discredit the first song because I enjoyed that one a lot too. But I like that they kind of had that separate section for them to just kind of do their thing. I imagine like as the songs kind of go on a little bit more, I can imagine that they get more and more intense and they start to, figure obviously what works and what they can build off of and things. So I definitely appreciate that. But I've again keep a lot of the same sentiments as the first song. Like I think the vocals in the song is really incredible. I think the movement of the song was really good as well too. But I really enjoyed the final chorus. Like I feel like they've really they've really done a great job of like selling that final chorus to me. Like with both songs, I was just like, damn, like they're really leaving it all on the line, and I think that is really incredible. And you just love to see it because I think that's really where a lot of that magic happens in these types of songs. So really, really great. I'm pretty sure Young Kwan is the one who's doing like those pop off vocals, which again he's crushing it. So you love to see it. But yeah, overall I thought this was another really good one. I like I said don't have many if any complaints about the song as well. Also really good. I enjoyed kind of like that. At first, I thought it was gonna maybe potentially be a ballad, honestly, just based off of like that piano, the way that they had it set up. I thought for sure it was gonna be like more of a like an emotional ballad, but I like that they give me a little bit of a left curve, so that was really cool. Cookie says blasphemy, lol. Hey, that's fair. Like I said, slight edges maybe towards them, and I mean that like I could probably love Insane maybe more at some point, but Kaylee says this one is a B-side technically. Oh, okay, fair enough. They're both great. If they're both from the same release, I mean you'd be hard pressed to like, if you loved Insane, awesome, that's your favorite from this comeback or this debut, then great. If you love Irresistible Lips, great. If you love both, then I feel like you're eating. So very nice. We're gonna keep it moving here. The next one we have is Wow. So we have we'll have to vibe out. Gunky says, Brandon, you made me go. I hope not in a bad way. Sonja, hello. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for coming through. We're doing BTOB, but let's get into Wow next.
B2B back again. B2B chase the game. B2B gotcha swag. B2B back again. B2B chase the game.
Okay.
B2B gotcha swag. B2B back again. B2B chase the game. B2B gotcha swag. 한순간 필이 왔어. 원순간 딱 걸렸어. 어떻게 난 어떻게 스모크 드라마 어디 흔한 주인공처럼 뻔뻔히 다가갔어. 빨간 립스틱 까만 세탁기 장미한 손이 날 부르는 눈빛 오늘 밤 여기 너와 단둘이 아침마다 party tonight. Put it up, 급이 달라 난 달라 태태태태가 달라 like it I like it.
Ooh, I like this chorus.
달라 태태태태가 달라 like it I like it. Don't break don't break Put it up, yo. One, two step, dirty, dirty beat. 리듬에 네 몸을 맡겨. Grooving. 밖에서 떠나고야 말겠어. Get it, get it, get it, get it. 짜릿한 내 sunlight. 탐스런 과일 날 부르는 너. 머리부터 발끝까지 너와 단둘이 둘만의 party. A party tonight. Put it up, put it up, put it up, girl. 급이 달라, 난 달라. 태태태태가 달라 like it. I like it. 뭔가 달라, 넌 달라. 태태태태가 달라 like it. I like it. 그를 보고 hey 나를 따라 hey 안으로 밖으로 모든 이슈의 중심. 한번 잘못 받아다가 놓쳐 정신. 그냥 그녀에게 난 어디에 변신. Hey hey move it move it. Hey hey move it move it. 오늘 밤도 내 입은 가만히 있지 못해. 그녀도 정신 못 차리도록 say hey ya. 급이 달라 난 달라. 태태태태가 달라 like it. I like it. 뭔가 달라 넌 달라. 태태태태가 달라 like it. I like it. Everybody shake your body, throw your hands up, throw your hands up, throw your hands up. Celebrate. Celebrate. Put it up, put it up, put it up, girl. 급이 달라, 난 달라. Wow.
All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, did not mean to go into the next one. So I'm going to go back real quick. All right. So this was B2B's Wow, if you're hanging out. Very nice. Thanks for hanging. This one was great. I think this one had the most interesting production style. That like acoustic guitar riff is like so much fun. I thought the vibes on this were also really good too. Like it kind of, oh man, it's kind of giving like a little bit of like Michael Jackson type vibes. But then there is another song, like I gotta figure out who the artist is. Let me see if I can look it up. It kind of sounds like That Girl Is Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. I've listened to, so that's like, I guess, I want to say it's like 80s pop, but I'm not 100% sure. But I remember listening to the song a ton growing up, and like a lot of that like snare roll and stuff is very similar to that sort of styling. So I don't know if whether or not the person who did the production for that was just maybe influenced by that type of song that came out. Again, there is like a lot of really fun delivery choices that I feel like that I think works out really well. It is a classic song. I agree. I think that song is still good now. I still love listening to it from time to time, but it was giving me that type of vibes, which is good because I feel like it's I feel like a lot of like the way that they kind of stylize, even like the choreography too, feels very, very influenced by that, which is awesome. You know, I think it goes to show that, you know, that again, that type of music like this is always timeless and can kind of be cyclical in some ways. So I feel like that is a cool callback if that is the intention of a song. If it's not, then obviously influences are influences. The vocals were also really incredible about this. I feel like B2B, you know, I have 3 songs in a row I've said the vocals have been really incredible, but I feel like that might be a very big staple of why B2B is so incredible. So definitely appreciate that a lot, but I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it at least as equally in part, but the rap sections in the song were also really great. Definitely feels like more at the forefront of this song, which I appreciate more. I really appreciate like the the dynamic energy. Like I feel like it just brings a new life to this song, and just enjoyed it a lot more. I feel like maybe I was just able to soak it in a little bit better. But it just seemed like it kind of stood out and was just a little bit more punchier. than I feel like maybe other songs in their discography that have been so far. Um, I also again love like the like the MV was so classic, but just so like so good in that way. I mean, it just feels very of that time, I imagine. But just like some of the some of the like cuts and stuff are very interesting, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's very of the time, so I like that a lot. But yeah, this was great. This was if this is one of their most popular songs still, I would not be surprised because I feel like this one stands out a little bit more. So, Kaylee says Minhyuk, Pinyol, and Ilhoon are the rappers. Okay, appreciate it, Kaylee. Um, yeah, they were all really incredible. I don't know if I could really pinpoint maybe one. The only one that I think stood out to me most was at the beginning. Whoever had the let me see if I can find it. Whoever had the like swooped hair with this like the flat hat, if you know who this is, let me know. I really enjoyed their performance, but yeah, overall this was great. I was thoroughly surprised by it. Okay, so very nice. Thank you, chat. Um, very interesting style. I respect the man for the drip, but yeah, very interesting. Guggy said that girl's poison. I love. Oh man, I'm gonna start thinking about that song now. Kaylee says yes. I would only put live videos for these if I could. Oh, okay. So I feel like their live performances are equally as impressive, I imagine. So, and then Kaylee says I think this is their most popular MV2 still. Wow. Okay. Sandra says it's been a minute since this song came out, but still a bop. Oh, okay. We'd love to see it. All right. Very nice. If you enjoyed WoW, go check out. Come join us for the rest of BTOB. But we are keeping it moving. The next one is Second Confession. So let's give it a listen.
오늘은 굉장히 중요한 날입니다. 한 여자에게 두 번째 고백을 하는 날이거든요. 그녀에게 다시 찾아가려 합니다. 과연 그녀가 제 마음을 받아줄까요?
Oh, PJ I'm an idiot.
자존심도 다 버리고 두 번째 고백하고 싶은 말이 많아도 생략할게 멋지게나 변할게 오늘부터 다시 매일 견우와진 여처럼 멋진 사랑을 해볼래 널 위해 방 안에서 틀어박혀 고백 연습 너만을 위한 세레나데 노래도 연습 넘어져도 다시 일어나 걱정하지 마 용기를 내자 서툰 편지를 쓰고 고대랑 고민형 공급 우리가 사랑했던 시간도 그토록 꿈꿔갔던 시간도 모두 전부 다 잊을 수가 없는데 All day 너만 생각해 어제 또 밤을 새워 내 girl 가슴이 답답해 잠못 이루는 밤에 어떤가요 그댄 괜찮나봐요 하루하루 그때 추억에 젖어 힘이 드네요 너와 나를 끼고서 마주봐 어쩌나 심장이 터져버릴 것만 같아 누가 그녀에게 내 사랑을 큐피트의 화살을 날려줘 날 살려줘 어라 초록불이다 돌아올 수 있을까 그때가 다시 나와 함께 할 수 있을까 그때가 다시 가로수길 밤집 노년동의 아침 다시 한번 맛보고 싶은 걸 먹긴 했어 yeah. 여태껏 힘겨웠던 시간들 갈수록 후회뿐인 나날들 모두 전부 다 되돌리고 싶은데 All day 너만 생각해 어제 또 밤을 새워 내 girl 그때는 어떤지 돌아가고 싶은데 어떤가요 그댄 괜찮나봐요 하루하루 그때 추억에 젖어 힘이 드네요 언제라도 그대 돌아온다면 세레나데 두 번째 고백
I love the like dubbed vocals in the back. It's so nice.
Gone away my pride to ask you to come back. I'll be your shoulder strap and you can be my backpack.
Nice harmonies there.
그때로 다시 돌아가고 싶은데 그대는 왜 내 맘 몰라주나요 언제라도 그대 돌아온다면 눈물잠이 녹겠죠 어딘가요 그댄 괜찮나봐요 하루하루 그대 추억에 젖어 힘이 드네요 언제라도 그대 돌아온다면 눈물 따윈 없겠죠 두 번째 날 고백
All right, very cool. This was B2B's Second Confession. Okay, I'm gonna level with chat here. I feel like an absolute moron. So I was like, when I was going through the playlist, I was like, oh, it's PJ edition. I'm like, I wonder I wonder who PJ is. You know, what member are they? You know, why is it a PJ version? And not even thinking it's the fucking clothes. God, I'm having a moment here tonight, but this also I gotta give him a lot of credit first and foremost because Lord knows if I was wearing socks and I was on a wood floor, you know, my moves would not be that smooth. So kudos to them. I don't know how they did it. They like how I don't know. If you know BTB and you're watching this, I know you're watching, coming to hang out. Tell me, would love to know. No, I thought this was great. This is definitely like this is a bread and butter song for me. I feel like this is one of those ones that like generally I'm gonna enjoy like more of a vibey like major key driven song, and I feel like this song does a great job of bringing kind of a lightness, a little bit of a brightness to this song. So I love it. I also thought their vocals were really incredible. I know Sondra made a comment about how their voice stands out in this one, and I would like to echo that comment because I feel the same way. Like their vocals just seem a little bit more pristine. The melody choices were also fantastic as well. Like I think they were laid out really well. You got a lot of like those like overdubs in the back, especially in the choruses, that I think made the song feel more full and gave a little bit more positive emotion to the track. So I love that. Their melody choices on this were also really incredible. I feel like they feel more stand out than I would say, you know, I feel like they have really been pushing their vocals, but this one felt like it felt effortless in the way that you're just like, damn, like they're really great vocalists. You know, they don't have to go do the like crazy runs, or they don't have to do that, but they can still show off how well like how well their vocals are. So I love to see that, and I think this one feels very effortless, but just is very, very tight in the way that they do it. So I love that. As well as that, I think the MV obviously in their PJs was adorable. I thought it was awesome. I think they did a fantastic job with the choreography as well. Felt very like you felt like you were a part of it, and so I feel like that's always a really good, you know, always a good representation to the song. So, for not only my own blunder in notating what PJ version is, I will also remember the song because I enjoyed the song itself. So, very nice, very nice. Kaylee says Brandon moment. Yep, that if that do be a Brandon moment, there do be a Brandon moment. So, I feel like that if that wasn't clipped, I feel like it probably should be. But, Sally says, I think the PJs were a nice break from the early 2010s fashion. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. And Sonja says, now that is cute. I was going to say that now that's what now that's what it's called is cute, or something like that. We could workshop the name a little bit, but yeah, this is a great song. This is one song I'm gonna definitely be remembering in the list of BTOB songs. So very nice, very nice. We are keeping the train of moving tonight. The next one we have is Thriller, not to be confused with Michael Jackson's Thriller. So let's check it out.
Now we back it back. Only one chance, right? Come on. 어두운 늪을 지나서 기찬 이 밤에 음산한 기운들만 이곳에 가득해. 널 잡은 낭만은 날 보고 비웃지. 날 잡을 수 없어. 생명의 소리들은 숨죽이고 있어. 타락한 영혼들은 비명을 지르고 날 막을 순 없지. 어둠의 공포가 내 심장을 쥐어. 하지만 보름 달뜬 이 밤이 나를 미치게 막히네. 모두 삼키네. 보름달이 나와 어둠을 밝히네. 절대 널 뺏길 수 없어. Never ever ever. 전율의 이 밤 터질 것 같아. 숨 막히는 이 순간 tonight 흐릿뜨기고 있어. 이렇게 feel love. 광란의 시간 뜨거운 이 밤 꿈꾸듯이 날아가 fly high. 아직 느끼고 있어. 너와 나 feel love. 사과 한입 뼈물어 잠이 든 그녀를 위해 뛰어들어. 컴컴한 숲속 왠지 모르는 숨소리 그들이 혀혀거려 잠든 사이도 괜찮지만 그녀와 눈 뜨면 맞을래 아침 햇살. 너만의 기사는 돈키호테가 되어도 상관없어. 날 구해줄게.
Did he say Don Quixote? That's wild.
하지만 보름 달뜬 이 밤이 우릴 미치게 해. 날 잡아 spirits hazy. I enjoy this thrill, it's crazy. 널 뺏길 수 없어. Never ever ever. 전율의 이 밤 터질 것 같아. 숨 막히는 이 순간 tonight 그래 즐기고 있어. 이렇게 feel love. 광란의 시간 뜨거운 이 밤 꿈꾸듯이 날아가 fly high. 아직 느끼고 있어. 너와 나 feel love. 하늘에라도 별도 대지의 영혼들도 모두 숨죽인 이 공간 오로지 밤을 지배하는 건 나. 조명은 오로라 물들이 솟아와 광경은 홀로 밤새 우는 빛바람 연못에 비친 광기 여름의 속 움직여 걱정 마 오늘의 주연은 나. 전율의 이 밤 터질 것 같아. 숨 막히는 이 순간 tonight
Great harmony choice too. Oh.
즐기고 있어. 이렇게 feel love. 광란의 시간 문을 두드린다. 불타는 심장 나를 막지 마. 하나가는 이 밤 아직 느끼고 있어. 슬픈 엔딩은 없으니까 멈추지 않아. Feel love, yeah.
Woo. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're cooking here. All right, this was B2B's Thriller. If you're hanging out, this one, I feel like this one's gonna be the one to beat for me right now. I know we still got more. We got more in the tank, so I'm gonna put my asterisk next to Thriller. But oh, this is so good. Obviously, I was you. Would you say this song is Thriller? Oh man, listen, somebody has to do it. Sarah's not here, so no, this. I feel like thrilling is probably a good adjective to describe the song. Honestly, it was just so much fun. I think there was just like a lot of great melody choices from like the production side of things, like the instrumentals in the song was really fun. I loved a lot of those like sweeping violin sections. Those were really incredible. It gave like that extra bit of emotion to the song. But this had like the pop bones, man. Like, oh, it was so good. Like the structure was so much fun. I love the drumming in the song. That was like on point. I love like the usage of like, I'm pretty sure he's doing like a snare like bell hit at the beginning, and then obviously hitting a cymbal in between like on the fourth um time signature, which is so much fun. I think like I was constantly like ping ponging between different things where I was like, oh man, I really love the instrumental in the song, and then like, we got some great vocals in the mix, and I was like, oh man, there's some really great vocal parts, and then I was like, oh man, there's some really great rap sections in this song, and then like you go back to the amazing vocals, and then you're like, oh, the instrumental here are really incredible, and then by the end of it, it's like it feels like it kind of comes full circle, um, but I do think this is again one of my favorites so far. I think purely on if we're looking at it as a broad scope of things, where again, great vocals, great production, great instrumentals. I think those things kind of coalesce to making a really beautiful song. And then adding on like some really great like overlayered like overdubbed vocals, like great harmony choices, like the back and forth between like the rapping and like the vocals, and I just thought it was like a really great combination of all of those things, and I genuinely was just like at each moment I was just like, man, it was so good. I'm pretty sure if I've got it correct, I think Minhyuk has the blonde hair in this MV. I think he's in the back here, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I think this is Minhyuk. Yep. Oh, red hair. Okay. I don't know. Is this? Am I just Ilhoon? Wow. I am an Ilhoon stan. I think. I think I might be, which sucks. I can't believe he left. He was good. And that's again not to discredit as not to discredit anybody else. They were also incredible. Um, and Minhyuk was great too. I love his like a little rasp. I think he's got like a little bit of a raspy tone. They keep changing their hair. That is true. But no, I think this genuinely, like I said, I could have named pretty much anybody, and I would have been good. You know what I mean? Like I think you could very easily pick any member in this song and be absolutely elated by what they've been capable of doing in these songs. But yeah, this just felt like the combination of what I've already enjoyed about BTOB. I feel like they kind of put it all together, and like at least in my perspective, in my mind, I feel like they've kind of took all of the best moments that I've loved in their music so far, which has been very minimal, and done a great job of like putting it all together in my head. So, if this is your favorite, awesome. If it's not, hey, that's fine too. I respect your choice. It is what it is. Gungi says this is another top 5 BTOB song. Everyone keeps saying they don't let up on amazing music. Connie says the looks are crazy. I agree. Sally says, I also hate now everything I once wore in the early 2010s, early 2010s. Oh my God. I'll have to find an old photo of me in the 2010s and post it in Discord. That'd be so funny. Sally says, one of the things I liked about K-pop fashion is the uniqueness of it all. K-pop fashion now, it just seems all the same brands all over again. That's fair. I could see that. I feel like there's a certain set of definitely different time frame for sure. But Kelly says, okay, Minhyuk's rapping to Young Kwan's popping off is iconic. I agree. Sandra says, until Brandon said not to be confused with MJ Sterler, I didn't make the connection to the MV at all, taking place in a graveyard, not MJ, but a great K-pop song. That's what I like. I feel like it was very Thriller-esque just based off the thumbnail, and I was like, which again, one of the best pop songs of all time, arguably. But I still feel like, again, this is another incredible K-pop song. So I feel like if you accidentally pick this Thriller song, I feel like you would not. I feel like you would not be disappointed either. So, hey, Gunky says I miss the amazing rapping in their newer songs, but they still make great music. Love to see that. And Kaylee says Minhyuk had the darker red hair and Young Kwan had a faded red. Yep, I do. I recognize Young Kwan's face, so I feel like I could point him out for sure. Gunky says it's not like he had a choice in leaving. That's fair. And I had more hair in 2010. Oh, it's okay. Very nice, very nice. Wow, what an incredible song. We are keeping the train moving tonight. We are listening to Beep Beep next.
Action. Action. BTOB in the place to be. Action.
Ready, set,
Action.
어제 너와 헤어졌어 실감이 정말 나질 않아 위로 따윈 필요 없잖아 Oh girl, oh girl. 너를 정말 사랑했어 죽을 만큼 맡겨줬는데 그럼 네가 날 버렸어
Why my girl?
인사도 없이 흔들렸던 네맘 알아 두근댔던 시간 가고 마음 아파 난 잠도 안와 Oh 난 네가 미워 먹고 자고 또 뒤척이다가 네 생각에 눈물이 나요 답답해 운전을 하다가 흘러나오는 음악에 띠빵빵 띠띠빵빵 띠띠빵빵 경적 소리 오늘따라 들리네요 baby
짱구 굴려봤자 답답한 맘말랑 까몰라 시금 전폐에 불면증에 내 길이가 남기고 가서 못 참고 맘다운 만드는 사양할게 사실 나서 터지니까 그래 솔직히 지금 기분도 참 뭐 같으니까 아요 나보고 뭘 어쩌라고 고마 방방대라 안 그래도 난 복잡하니까
흔들렸던 네맘 알아 두근댔던 시간 가고 마음 아파 나 잠도 안와 Oh 난 네가 미워 먹고 자고 또 뒤척이다가 네 생각에 눈물이 나요 답답해 운전을 하다가 흘러나오는 음악에 띠빵빵 띠띠빵빵 띠띠빵빵 경적 소리 오늘따라 거슬리네요 baby 창밖에 날씨는 오늘따라 또 왜 이리도 좋은지
Ooh, I like this bridge.
내 옆자리에 텅 빈 채 우리 추억만 채워가 나는 오늘도 먹고 자고 또 뒤척이다가 네 생각에 눈물이 나서 답답해 운전을 하다가 흘러나오는 음악에 띠빵빵 띠띠빵빵 Hey yeah 띠띠빵빵 경적 소리 오늘따라 거슬리네요 baby
차가 막히네 반쯤 정신 나간 차로 경적만 울려대 빵빵 내 출발은 기본 고속도로 한가운데 이리 시위라도 벌어볼까 해라 모르겠다 틀테면 쳐봐라 난 그늘 늘었다 미쳐버리는 척이라도 해야 네가 돌아올까 상태가 심각해 근처 환경 다리를 찾아 그래봤자 소리만 빽 지르고 말겠지 오가
All right, very cool. This was B2B's Beep Beep. Very nice, very nice. This was solid. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I feel like for me, like this is, I feel like maybe I have to give it its own contextual like points. Because I feel like this one like in any other circumstance, I think it would be just a fun song. Um, I would love to hear. I would be curious if they still perform this one live and like what the energy is for that. I feel like this one. I don't know. This one to me screams like live engagement, especially just like that chorus. I feel like that chorus is very like catchy, very earwormy. So I can imagine them like being like, passing the mic to the crowd and obviously them doing that section of the chorus. So like in my eyes, I feel like this one, I feel like this one performs in sort more so a live setting. I think it is definitely like I could understand if this was maybe iconic to some people or like first introduction to the group, then like, hey, I respect that. Like it's quite an interesting role to get into any group. Now that I have gone through the gauntlet of God, I don't know how many groups now at this point, but I think it's really fun to know that this one, fun to know that it looks like Kaylee says, I know that they have a live of it from like 2 years ago or so. Okay. Appreciate Kaylee. So I'm saying like they still perform this to some degree. Obviously it depends on what the show is, but I feel like that obviously represents its level of staying power, which is great. But yeah, overall I thought it was very solid. Again, I love a lot of the ad libs at the end. I feel like vocally there's just so many great pop off moments. Chung Sub to awesome towards the end of the song, and Young Kwan was also great. I feel like he's always incredible. So I feel like he's a tried and true. Like he's old reliable. You can count on him to just like do some really great vocals, and between the both of them, they're phenomenal. But yeah, I felt like this one. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I loved Thriller so much that I'm like, I don't want to say that this is a bad song just because, again, when you're on that high of like, oh, this song really, it was just so great. And then you have to listen to the next song and you're like, I don't know how I feel about this one. I want to feel like I'm giving my entire piece. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I enjoyed this. This was definitely a fun song, good vibe. Like, I think if this came on the playlist, I'd be cranking it up and jamming it out, So, fun vibes. Also, it's just goofy. Like, it looks like they were having a great time just being a bunch of goofballs. And you love to see it because I feel like you got to have like that extra bit of like fun and laughter and in what you do. So, great song. So, Gungi says this song does feel a little dated, but I love it. Hey, fair. Kaylee says they are goofballs. Love to see it. Connie says this is the first song I heard from them. Wow. Okay. And I love this song. Very nice. All right. Very cool. Well, we are going to keep it moving on to the B2B strain, and this is You're So Fly. So let's check it out.
Tell you.
설레는 밤 두근두근대는 맘 내 두 눈이 널 본 딱 그 순간 상상을 해 내 옆에 있는 널 지금 이 순간이 멈췄으면 해
Oh, this is moment 아무 고민할 필요 없지 그냥 내 품에 걸린 갈 때는 여자 많은 클럽 아니 no 너야 명절처럼 졸졸 like 시냇 물 라라 두근두근 나는 나 마타 두근두근 나를 봐 임마 은하에 그냥 튕기지 마 빙빙 돌지 말고 just come right now
머리 어깨 허리 다리 살며시 웃는 널 보고 뛴 쿵쾅대는 가슴이 멈출 줄을 몰라 장난하냐 자꾸만 눈이 가 점점 더 많이 가 볼수록 눈이 부셔 너무 언제가 니 그 전까지 잠시 우리 둘이 느낌 좋은 이 밤을 함께해 될 것 같은 별이 반짝이는 밤
That's hand. What?
완전 뿅가요 미모가 있으면 넌 당장 실검 인형도 질투할 그 보고 비교 라라 두근두근 나는 나 하자 두근두근 나를 봐 역시 나의 여신님 오늘 밤 시간 어때요 10시
머리 어깨 허리 다리 살며시 웃는 널 보고 뛴 궁광되는 가슴이 멈출 줄을 몰라 장난하냐 자꾸만 눈이 가 점점 더 맘이 가 갈수록 눈이 부셔 너무 예뻐
좀 미친 것 같아 솔직히 넌 과하게 이뻐 넌 감동이야 거꾸로 돌려 말해도 난 동감이야 Oh baby you got me love struck like crazy 시간과 시선이 멈추는 순간 오직 그녀만의 focus Let's go get it
머리 어깨 허리 다리 살며시 웃는 널 보고 뛴 궁광되는 가슴이 멈출 줄을 몰라 장난하냐 자꾸만 눈이 가 점점 더 맘이 가 갈수록 눈이 부셔 너무 예뻐
진짜 예쁘지 않아요? 안 예뻐요? 개똥 같은 소리 하고 있는데 뭐 개똥이야? 아니 얼굴 처음 개똥 같은 개똥이야?
Oh my god. All right, this one's BTOB. You're so fly. Very nice. I feel like if anything, I have to love this music video because they're funny guys. You know what I mean? This MV is just like oh my god, it was so good. Like they were so funny. Like the whole again, very similarly to the previous song we just listened to. I love when groups have just like a lot of fun. Like it seems like they're enjoying it, they're having fun, they're being goofballs. Just feels very much in that same sort of category, if not elevated a little bit more to being extra goofball-y in this MV. But which again, I think gives it a plus. The MV, you love to see it. A lot of my critiques obviously is dependent upon my music and how I enjoy this. And I thought the song is solid. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a good vibe. Like I think it is very upbeat. It's very very synth driven, which I think is really cool. Like that like razory, like almost like 90s type synth is so wild, and I think they use it really well. Obviously in like certain spurts throughout the song, and that like one section where like they pan the synth like from left to right, I thought was so much fun. So appreciate that. Very similarly to a lot of BTOB songs, I think they do a great job of like staggering out the vocals. You get a lot of cool like oohs and ahs, but like they're placed in such a fun way where like you get to hear like a little bit of panning, you get to hear a little bit of like more vocal nuance as well, and I think it matches up well with like again the fun vibes of the MV, but I think the song itself really pertains super well to that as well. But I feel like this one, just in terms of like what I expect BTOB to do, I feel like is very much on that same level. You know what I mean? I think that they're not like, this isn't one that like blew me back in terms of like production or like song structure. I feel like it keeps very true to what the song is and like the beat, and like, I think a lot of your focus, if you're not watching the MV, I feel like should be towards the MV, because like, obviously the MV is funny and the music I think is a great backbone to that. But I feel like I would have to listen to this song in the context of not looking at the MV, but listening to the song. Because I think it's really well put together. But I think a lot of the times when you have like these really funny, good like MVs, it's hard to really pay attention to the music because I feel like a lot of your focus, at least in my opinion, a lot of your focus is drawn away from the music and more so like how funny can they be or how goofy can they be. And listen, I'm not a stickler for being funny. I love a good joke. I love having a good time. But I feel like maybe I missed a little bit of the nuance of this song just because I wasn't able to fully commit to it, which is okay. That's just a part of watching MVs, I would argue. So, but great song. I would say even better MV. But yeah, this one was fun. I enjoyed this one a lot. Let's see what we got. Sonja says, I remember this one. It has a 90s beat or so, or it seems like that to me. I could see that. I definitely was on the same thought process. Kaylee says, okay, Hyunsik is so funny to me. I loved it. I think all of them were just super hilarious in this MV, so I thought that was incredible. Gongi says, I love the MV, but this song is more of a miss for me. It's good, but nothing exciting for my taste. Hey, that's fair. And then Kaylee says, there's a running joke that people know BTOB members more for funny moments and such than their group or being idols. That I could see. I feel like more so than probably any other group that we've covered so far. And that's not to say there aren't a bunch of comedians in K-pop groups. That is not. I don't want this to be taken out of context, but I do feel like I feel like their MVs, for a majority of their MVs, they have been, try to incorporate humor elements into it, and I love that. So great stuff. All right. Well, we're keeping it moving here tonight. The next one is The Winter's Tale. So let's check it out.
A while back, there was the happiest couple in the entire world. However, it was said that their love could not last forever. I wonder, how are the two spending their time these days?
아름다웠던 눈이 부시던 너와 함께한 지난 겨울 내게 주었던 서툰 편지와 어설픈 첫 기념일 선물
The holiday season is coming in real fast, y'all.
안아주면 두 손 잡아주면 내 맘까지 다 녹았는데 이제 내가 아닌 그와 겨울을 보내겠죠 아직도 눈이 내리면 뜨겁던 네 눈물 잊지 못해 미안해 아직도 너를 사랑해 하지만 이제 널 보낼게 행복해야 돼난 그거면 돼날 떠난 만큼 넌 행복해야 돼 이제 난 그 사람 곁에서 울면 안 돼 넌 울면 안 돼 늘 웃어야 돼 저 흰눈처럼 환하게 네 미소로 온 세상을 덮어줘 난 그거면 돼내 맘도 편할 수 있게 행복해
시간 앞에서 조급해져가 급해질수록 성급해져가 난 괜찮으니 행복해 너만 입가에 미소를 끊지는 마 시린 계절이 가고 봄이 오면 잊혀지겠죠 그런 눈으로 관찰마 난 괜찮아 안 괜찮아 혹시나 하고 네가 오기만을 기다렸지만 역시나 이제 괜찮다는 거짓말 겁이 난 너 없이 난 네가 오길 바라는 건 아니지 다시 부활하기 힘든 never ending story 나 이별이 슬픈 사랑은 처음이었어 해마다 겨울이 추워지는 이유
아직도 눈이 내리면 뜨겁던 네 눈물 잊지 못해 미안해 아직도 너를 사랑해 하지만 이제 널 보낼게 행복해야 돼
change. Let's go.
날 떠난 만큼 넌 행복해야 돼 이제 나는 그 사람 곁에선 울면 안돼 널 울면 안돼 그랬어야 돼저 햇볕처럼 환하게 빈 미소로 온 세상을 덮어줘 난 그거면 돼내 맘도 변할 수 있게 행복해
Very nice. All right. This was B2B's The Winter's Tale. Very nice. I'm going to have to add this to the proverbial K-pop like holiday playlist. So I feel like I think I've done maybe 2 streams where we've done like a holiday playlist, and I've enjoyed a lot of like K-pop groups know how to do a good like winter song. Like I don't know why, I genuinely just like love this song so much. It's just so much fun, and like the melody choices were really incredible in this song. Like I know I've kind of beaten a dead horse on like phenomenal vocals, but I felt like this song really kind of had some really sweeping, really really fun songs. Really fun melody choices in this song. And I think they absolutely crushed it. It still had like a lot of that holiday theming to it, but like just in a way that I feel like B2B would do it. So I love that. Gungi says, "Do you have Funky Glitter Christmas on your holiday plate?" Of course, That's a bop. It's right next to Stray Kids' Feliz Navidad, baby. Let's go. But I enjoy this a lot. I think maybe it's just like I'm maybe just hella biased because I do really enjoy like this type of like holiday music. I think it just works out really well, and just I think it gives you that like holiday spirit a little bit more, and like I feel like they're able to encapsulate it so well. I also really liked kind of like again this really rings true to what I feel like B2B has been doing really well, and I feel like this one is just another really great example of that, where like the rapping in this was just really on point, and it doesn't have to be aggressive, you know? Like I feel like sometimes like you come in a little hot, and I think this song just had like the perfect amount of like, you know, there's rapping in the song, but like it's got the perfect amount of edge to it that I think works out well. Like, you know, it's a rap section, you know, it's like it just fits in the song super well. But I think this also shows off the vocals super well in B2B. I was really shocked by a lot of the great melody choices in this. I think some of my favorites was Young Kwan. I think he was incredible. And then I don't know who was in the. I'm gonna see if I can go back and take a look here. I don't know who was in like the goofy outfit back here in this shot. I don't know if it's a good shot or not. But like I love their vocal. Like I don't know who's like before Goofy here, but like in who was Mickey, like a little bit in this section here, Mickey to Goofy. But like that was great. That was Cheng Sub. Okay. Thank you, Kaylee and Biscuit. He was incredible. I feel like he's slowly kind of coming out of the woodworks for me. And Hyun Sik. Okay, very nice. Thank you. I felt like that combination between them two were great. They're vocalists. I feel like again, I've been giving a lot of praise to Young Kwan, which again, well deserved. But I feel like Chang Sub and Hyun Sik were also really incredible in the song, and I got to pick off a little bit more of their vocal nuance. So I would take this song as a win for me to just kind of like differentiate my love towards different members in this group. But I really thought their vocals were really on point in this song. And, you know, again, I think you obviously can have Young Kwan doing his thing, but like to have like such a great backbone along with him vocally, I think that's also really impressive. So I love the combination of them too. But yeah, this one, if it is on your holiday playlist, I'd be very surprised because this one is like so much fun. The violins for the emotion, like the key change, like this was checking all the boxes for me. So I love that. Very, very cool. I also it was so wild. They're dressed up as like Disney characters. That was insane. Very nice. Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh again. Oh god, the end of flying curse again. Oof. Can't relive that. And then Kaylee's comment from the previous MV. Chung Sub has a show. Had a show, and there were multiple times he interviewed people in public who said they liked BTOB without knowing he was a member. Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that hurts. That hurts me. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like secondhand embarrassment. That's rough. Gungi says End Flying has a comeback soon. I'm so excited. I did see Kaylee post that. I'm very excited. So we're gonna have to jump into their discography, of course, again. But very nice. I fucking love the song. This was great. So we're gonna keep it moving. The next one is It's Okay, which we'll find out if it is. Check it out.
네, B2B의 천국의 시간 DJ 이룬입니다. 네, 첫 번째 사연은요. 21살의 평범한 대학생입니다.
Drummer was cooking in that section. Great harmonies.
현식아, 학원비 마련하면 그때 다시 등록해.
말씀드렸더니 딱 한마디 했어 에휴 그래서 말 못했지 하던 알바도 잘렸다고 해 어제는 제대 직전인 친구가 휴가 나왔어 하는 말이 무섭대 대학서 배운 건 다 까먹었어 실업자 100만 시대 그런 건 잘 모르겠고 그 숫자가 차라리 통장 잔고였으면 좋겠어 시끄러운 알람이 새벽부터 날 계속 재촉해 쫓기는 나서 집 밖을 틈없는 바람들 같아 뭘 하고 있지
넌 입사하고 나면 더 맛있는 걸 많이 사줘야지. 오늘은 내가 쏠게.
없는 하늘이 방황하는 작은 종이배 억지로 눈물을 삼켜 어느새 한숨은 습관이 돼 알아 나도 바보 같은 거 남 앞에서 괜찮은 척 겹치에 맑던 예전에 너 지금 어딨니
Oh no.
우리 그만하자.
너 공부하는 거 힘든가 보다, 그치? 너무 걱정하지 마. 곧 좋은 소식 있을 거야. 열심히 하고 있잖아. 어?
그만해. 너 때문에 공부가 안 된다고.
시끄러운 알람이 새벽부터 날 계속 재촉해. 쫓기는 나선 집 밖은 틈없는 벼랑 끝 같아. 뭘 하고 있지 하니 뭘 해야 하지. 답이 없는 메아리 나 왜 밖에서 치고 엄한 곳에 다 화풀이해. 좌표 없는 하늘 위 방황하는
I was gonna say, we gotta guess.
억지로 눈물을 삼켜 어느새 한숨은 습관이 돼. 알아 나도 바보 같은 거남 앞에서 괜찮은 척 겹치에 맑던 예전에 너 지금 어딨니.
I'm not gonna lie, and maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but is this end section with one of the members, is this supposed to be the song? Like, is this the actual song? Like the chord phrasings for the song? Because that would be so sick if that was like, if it tied like the rest of the song together. I think that would have, or MV together, excuse me. I think that would be really cool. But anyway, this was B2B. It's okay. If you like this, thanks for hanging out. Also, let me know if I was correct on that. If not, I feel like that'd be a cool story bit if that is correct. If that's wrong, I don't know. But either way, I love a ballad. Y'all know I love ballads. And you know, I feel like just based off of what I know of BTOB, I feel like this one was, I had envisioned that it was going to be good. I feel like it definitely met and / exceeded my expectations. This was so good. I do like the bits of storyline in this. I do find that sometimes that like the cuts in the song kind of kill me a little bit, but I like the storyline, like the different storylines in the song. So I feel like I feel like I could lessen it a little bit because normally I'm a little bit more aggressive on like the cuts. I feel like this one was not nearly as bad, so I can live with that. But I felt like with this song, man, this was so good. The melody choices in this were just like really beautiful. I loved a lot of the like dubbed vocals in this as well. I think they did a great job of really kind of making the song feel full and feel anthemic in that way. Very ballad-esque, of course. But I think it shows off their skills as vocalists. Like, I mean, some of their members obviously are rappers, but I imagine they're also very solid singers as well. So I didn't know if they had an opportunity to do that in this song, but like it seems like there's a lot more vocals in the song, and like this ensemble kind of vocals were layered out a little bit more, which I just appreciate, you know, like you just get to hear a little bit more of those vocal nuances. Um, and then as well as that, just like again, the way that like the members kind of switched off. I think it was just a really good ensemble cast right here of great vocals. Kaylee says Ching Sum, Hyun Sik, Sung Jae, and Young Kwan all switched between singing those higher / harder parts. I noticed a little bit of the difference between all of them. So Kaylee says all of them sing or do different songs or solo stuff too. That's fair. So I feel like this was a great taste of that. Again, the vocal structure was incredible. I just think the arrangement was really on point as well too. But I love a ballad. I feel like that goes without saying. And I feel like BTOB did an incredible job of like again showcasing their skills in this song, because so good. I was vibing out. I was really feeling the song. But I'll definitely have to go give this one a listen. Non-MV related. Just to kind of get my full collective thoughts, even though I feel like they're pretty much in line with how I feel about this. Just wow, what a great song. And then I just love Kaylee's comments. Now we have to guess what was said. I agree. Like some of the older MVs, man, is just so rough, but like I feel like potentially you could pick up some story cues, you know? Who knows? But wow, this one really hits. Kaylee says this one is really good live too. I would care to guess that for sure. And then Gunky says this is another top 5 song for me. Ooh. And then Kaylee says this is a top 1 for me. Very nice, very cool. All right, we are keeping the train moving. The next one we have is Way Back Home. So let's check it out.
똑바로 해.
손가락질 받을 때면 가슴은 괜히 뜨거워지는 걸 느끼죠. I believe it's alright. 그대 따뜻한 그 말 한마디가 필요했다는 걸 알아요. 강한 정 밀어내도 어디로 가는지 무거운 발걸음이 많이 지쳐 보여요. 언제나 기다릴게요. 별이 쉴 수 있도록. 집으로 가는 길 매일 걷던 그 길을 헤매다 길을 잃은 아이처럼 방황의 끝에서 힘들어도 꿈을 잊지 말아요. 세상의 모든 게 그대 속일지라도 더 이상 슬퍼 말아요. 이제부터요. 뚜명이란 입을 덮어줘. 그렇지 않으면 내가 너무 추워. 우스워 보이기 싫어서 핑계를 빼고 누워. 언제나 불안 속에 살아. 뜨거워 그래서 내게 보내나봐 차가운 시선. 이 세상 어디도 날 위한 곳은 없어. 도망치듯 집으로 두 발을 움직여. Stop it, go in your move. 그만 닫고 일어서 주저앉아. 나만 왜 징징대 봐자기 싫다고 일어서 웃겨. 나도 못 보면서 남의 눈치 여기 눈전해지를 포기하지. 따뜻함에 안 주먹이게 세상에 나서는 오케이.
뭐가? 너 이제 도둑질도 하고 다니냐?
야, 도둑질이라니 떨어져 있던 거 다 주운 거지.
떨어져 있는 걸 주워? 너 이러려고 자퇴하고 가출했어?
돈을 벌려면 어쩔 수가 없어.
아저씨 이거 다 받고 20만 원 주셔야죠. 내일 버스 있는 거 알죠? 돈 되는 거로 해야지.
오케이 근데 밀고 말고 치라고 마 옆으로 거기 이렇게 보고 끝까지 오케이 잘했어 좋았어 뭐하냐
내일 새벽에 여기로 나와. 일단 50이야. 내일 보자.
그리고 고기 먹고 나서 게임도 하고. 야, 신나 가지고 지금 오라. 아, 아니 맞네. 뭐야 노래? 죄송합니다. 너네 어머니? 뭐야?
엄마!
그렇지 않으면 내가 너무 추워 웃어보기 싫어서 핑계를 대고 누워 언제나 불안 속에 살아 뜨거워 그래서 내게 보내나 마찬가 웃어 이 세상 어디도 널 위한 곳은 없어 도망치듯 집으로 두 발을 움직여 Stop it, go in your move 기분 다 걸리서 주저앉아 나만 왜 징징대 완전 이 shit 태고 위로서 웃겨 나도 못 보면 손남의 눈치 보니 보기도 전에 지려 포기하지 따뜻함에 아쉬워기에 이 세상이 다 쓰는 노래 이제부터였는지 힘없는 뒷모습에 상처만 남았네요 언제나 열어둘게요 별이 쉴 수 있도록
에이씨, 야, 그만하자.
가자!
목을 겨쳐도 주저앉아 포기하지 말아요 힘들지 괴롭지 매일이 혼자인 것처럼 외롭지 But don't give up on me now 이제 나와 있는 길을 같이 걷자 내가 떠올게 길을 잃은 아이처럼 광의 끝에서 정말 힘들어도 그는 놓지 말아요 세상의 모든 게 그대 속일지라도 더 이상 슬퍼 말아요 이제 늦어요
Man, they really, no pun intended, they really hit you with all the emotions here for this one. This was B2B Way Back Home. Holy shit, that was 8 minutes long. That's wild. All right. Kaylee says, This MV was just an excuse to fight each other, I feel like. Fair enough. Yeah. Sonja says, it's cinematic, but I usually skip the part and go to the music. It's considered cinematic. Jazz says, I finally made it. Hi y'all. What's going on, Jazz? Thanks for hanging. Appreciate it. Listen, I'm all for again, like I love the acting sections of this. I think this is great. I think I would enjoy it. I think I would enjoy it regardless. Like, you know what I mean? So I like that. But I'm also very much a purist in terms of enjoying music. Again, getting into the K-pop sphere of music, I feel like, I'm not as used to the cinematic such, things where, they have like more of a storyline. I don't want to discredit it. I really enjoyed actually the storyline of this one. But I do feel like this song, to me at least, was really well put together. Like, there's definitely moments that I wish I could have gotten a little bit more invested in the song, just because I think, like, from my perspective, it's like, obviously, when you watch an MV, you're watching it for, like, looking at it, visualizing it, and, like, kind of trying to obviously conceptualize what they're trying to put to you. But I feel like at the same point, I'm like, I love the music and I really want to kind of hone in and like figure out, if this is a good, in my opinion, if this is a good ballad or a ballad that I like. And it definitely has a lot of great elementation to it that I enjoy. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more, I wish I could hear a little bit more of the music and was maybe like a little bit less cinematic. Again, that's not to discredit their acting in any sort of way, but like, I would love to go back and listen to this song just for the purity of the song and not necessarily for the MV. So I think for me, I'll probably leave this one a little bit open-ended, just because I think, to me, like, I love the aspect of the visualization of it, and like, really getting attached emotionally to like what was kind of going along in the MV. But I feel like I missed out on a lot of the reasons why I feel like the song would be good, in my opinion, or why I would like it. Just because, again, I was like, oh, well, why is this, why are they skipping school, or like, why are they doing this, or like, why did this like gang of guys come up and like beat up his mom, and like, again, there's just a lot of things going on in the MV that like were left unanswered to me. So I feel like I wasn't really able to fully commit to the song. But from what I heard from the song, I really enjoyed. I think it was really solid. Kaylee says the actual song is 4 minutes, which again is about half the MV, which again makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this open ended. I'll probably come back and listen to the song again, and I will have to check out the song, because I feel like I can't fully give it a I love this song, just because, again, I didn't have enough time to fully digest it all. But I will give a lot of credit to the MV, because I thought it was incredible. The story was awesome. But I would love to listen to the music a little bit more. So I'll come back to this one. Either I'll probably do it on Patreon and then first, and then go to YouTube later on. So very nice, very nice. Let's see. Everyone's saying long MV. Gunky says agree with you, Brandon. Sondra says agreed. The acting is so long, it's distracting. I could see that. Like I said, I could see both sides of things where, like, again, if you're focused in, you're vibing, I get it. But, I feel like a lot of my thoughts are like, I love the music first, and that if that's what draws me in, and then I enjoy the MV, it's like, that's just the cherry on top for me. Kaylee says, okay, Cheng Sub messed around with Sunjay, but IRL, it's the other way around. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's cool that they like switch it in MVs. That's so interesting. So very nice. Very nice. Well, we're going to keep it moving. The next one we have on the playlist is Remember That. So let's check it out. Nope, more Korean. Already starting off incredible.
차가운 계절은 지나고 봄이 또 찾아왔죠. 이렇게 시린 겨울을 우린 잘 버텨냈네요. 앞으로 해야 할 것들은 너무 넘쳐났지만 계절의 포근함으로 또 이겨내야죠. Remember that 아주 오랜 시간이 지나갔죠. 어제의 추억이 내일을 그저 잊혀지기를 힘겨운 발걸음으로 그저 봄날의 밤 공기를 마시며 봄바람에 맘을 달래보다 습관처럼 걸었던 거리에 아픈 계절의 향기만 남아 그녀가 자꾸만 생각이 나 눈물이 나네요. 눈물만 나네요.
Love that ending melody in that chorus. So good.
오랜 시간 얼었던 땅도 녹아내리고 계절의 반복 그 속에 미련인지 알 수 없는 지금 기쁘는 시간을 되돌려줘. 지금 난 그대로 돌아와 있어 때마쳐 떠나던 여행처럼 썩 나쁘지 않은 기분 하지만 또 뭉클해지는 가슴이 말하는 메시지는 I wanna give you my life. 그 아름다운 날들이 지나가죠. 오늘의 기억에 내일은 그저 웃을 수 있게 오늘도 발걸음을 옮기죠. 봄날의 밤 공기를 마시며 봄바람에 맘을 달래보다 습관처럼 걸었던 거리에 아픈 계절의 향기만 남아 그녀가 자꾸만 생각이 나 눈물이 나네요. Remember that road we used to walk down on the way to your home, girl. Do you remember that? 봄이 올 때마다 꽃이 피는 것처럼 이 길 걸을 때마다 네 생각나, girl. 봄날의 밤 공기를 마시며 봄바람에 내 맘을 달래보다 습관처럼 걸었던 거리에 필름처럼 보라의 기억이 이제 와 자꾸만 생각이 나.
민혁아, 몇 년은 우린 서로에게 어떻게 기억될까? 사랑해.
눈물이 나. 안녕 봄아, 넌 여전히 예쁘고 이 향기로 바람도 스며있는 봄이라 너가 시간이 색한 만큼 그대로인데 왠지 난 작년에 봄 앞에 머문다. 우린 아주 창밖에 더없이 해맑게 나를 안아주는 햇살이 고마워. 너도 어딘가에서 이 봄을 느끼고 있겠지 아마. Remember that.
The little bit of guitar phrasing at the end. Oh, chef's kiss. All right. This was B2B's Remember That. If you're hanging out for the B2B deep dive, thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Wow. This was incredible. Their ballads have been fucking great. And I, again, should not be surprised. I feel like their vocals have been really, really, really damn phenomenal. And I just love the variation. I feel like they do a great job of like giving everybody a moment in the spotlight. This song, I think for me, register wise, was great. I really liked like the lower end and like that mid-range warmth. I really feel like I haven't heard that from B2B thus far. and it's a welcome addition. I would love to hear more of it. I don't know if more of their like B-sides or like songs like this really kind of hit that like mid-range tone, but they've got a good ensemble in terms of that mid-range. There's just something about it that just like I was just like, oof, my chest. Like that one. It felt heavy, but like good heavy. I also love again the variation, the staggering of the different vocals. I feel like you just get to hear them with more clarity in these types of songs, which to be fair, it would make more sense just because I feel like ballads are really that opportunity for you to show off your vocal skills and range and what the groups are capable of. But I really think that this song nailed a lot of those like really beautiful warm tones, and I think it has not only a lot to do with BTOB as vocalist, but I also feel like instrumentally as well. I really love that like acoustic guitar sound. Like I think it meshes up really well with that like ballady type song. The strings or orchestral kind of arrangement in the song I think was really good. That ending was phenomenal. I think that's really kind of what took this song from like a B plus to like maybe an A plus for me, in my opinion, just because I think like it just gives that extra bit of wind to the song. Like the rapping section was so much fun. Like the vocal ad libs over top were incredible. I think it just adds like an exclamation point to the end of the sentence that I just think is so necessary in a song like this, where you're just like, you kind of build at like the lower end of the song. The song kind of builds up into that chorus, and you drop it back down in that second verse, and then kind of build it back up in that second chorus. You get that into that like really beautiful bridge section, and then obviously you just like hammer it home in that final chorus. And to me, I feel like that they just do that. They ride that ride so well that I feel like they really were able to kind of get everything they could out of this song that in my opinion, that they could have gotten. You know, it just really shows off a lot of great facets of what BTOB does. So I think this is great. This is probably amongst my favorites of tonight as well. And I love that ending, that like acoustic guitar riff at the end. Just like, I feel like just added to that beautiful crescendo of the song. So I like this one a lot. Someone just says, this song is very pretty and the vocals are awesome. I agree. Gungy says it really shouldn't have, that the cut really shouldn't have been done in the song is bad timing, if you ask me. I agree. I definitely agree with that. I feel like, again, it's not as bad as I think others that I've heard that are a little bit more egregious, but it did take me out a little bit. I wouldn't disagree with you on that. And Gungy followed that up and said BTOB is known for amazing ballads. Ooh, okay. And Kaylee and Biscuit both said that. Very nice. Kaylee also says usually the lower is Hyun Sik, very nice, and sometimes Ching Sup. They're both incredible. They've got great like warmth and like rasp, a little bit of rasp to their vocals in that mid to low range tone. So I like that. But I think all the vocalists they just do it the most. Fair enough. And then Gunky says, banger incoming. I'll Be Your Man is easily my favorite song by them. It's one of my favorite K-pop songs. The rap, the vocals at the end of the song is so amazing. Ooh, okay. Well, I think without further ado, we need to get into it. So let's check it out.
Girl, I don't know where you are, but if you can hear my prayer, give me one last shot.
늘 속으로만 했던 맘으로 말했던 나의 간절했던 기도를 저 깜깜한 하늘에 난 나도 모르게 입 밖으로 너를 기도했어. 제발 한 번만 기회를 달라고 제발 내게 다시 돌아와.
꿈에서 현실로 날 막는다면 불길도 기꺼이 걸어 들어가니까 써있는 곳 My hello 하루 위에 도는 데려가 내 기도 끝에 마치 간절함이 들린다면 바라와줘 내 꿈에서
I'll be your man 다시 너를 놓지 않을게 두 번 다시 날 그렇게 둘 순 없어 제발 내 이름을 불러줘 너 없이 살 수 없는 걸 다시 내 품에 안겨줘 너는 날 혼자 둘 순 없어 Baby I just pray
Always on my mind, always on my mind. That girl is on my mind 24/7, 365.
Dear God, do you hear my cry? I pray for her back every night. Promise you that I'm a better man, won't never let her go, no, not again.
한 번만 기회를
Great rap section.
제발 내게 다시 돌아오라고
내 기도를 들어줘 나의 그늘을 내게 되돌려줘 나 약해 빠진 너를 향해 한심한 말까지 들어준다면서 신을 쉬어주면 당신이 존재한다면 전부 거짓과 죽을 유다봐요 그날 정했던 모습도 이럴 때만 신을 찾아내버려
Be your man 다시 너를 놓지 않을게 두 번 다시 날 그렇게 둘 순 없어 제발 내 이름을 불러줘 너 없이 살 수 없는 걸 다시 내 품에 안겨줘 너는 날 혼자 둘 순 없어 Baby I just pray 속으로만 했던 마음으로 말했던 나의 간절했던 기도를 저 깜깜한 하늘에 난 나도 모르게 입 밖으로 너를 기도했어 Baby I
기대하지 마라 네가 돌아올 거라 하지만 여전히 버리지 못했던 이런 내게 남은 단 하나의 본능이야 눈이 멋져도 너를 끝없이 따라간다 바라바라게 왔잖아 망해 기도다고 하지 마라 뭐 생각 좀 바꿔내지 하나님 대본이 다니 누구나 말해줘
너 없이 살 수 없는 걸 다시 내 품에 안겨줘 너는 날 혼자 둘 순 없어 Baby I just pray
Oof. All right. This was B2B. I'll be your man if you're hanging out. Thank you for hanging. Wow, this is a great song. I will say, and maybe this is just me, I feel like I maybe have heard this song by, I don't know if there's other famous groups that have done maybe a cover of this. Because the melody sounds familiar. I was gonna say Stray Kids. I was gonna say I feel like I know Skiz did it, so that makes sense. Because I feel like I've heard this before, and maybe it has been just a while. During Kingdom. Okay. Kaylee says it was also in their Killing Voice we watched that one time. I was gonna say I do remember the melody choice, which I think is a testament to my memory, because y'all know my memory is garbage. So I feel like for me to remember a good melody like that, I think is kudos to my skills for remembering that. And secondly, I think it is a testament to how obviously memorable this song is, just even from a melody standpoint. This was great. Obviously it seems like a song that Stray Kids would cover, so that I could see that, but this is awesome. I getting more familiarized with B2B. I feel like, with each song that I've listened to, I'm just like, I'm just enamored by like the level of skill that this song has. The melody choice and the hook in the song was really, really good. I also really enjoyed, I think it was Peniel. He was great. I loved his rap section. I think he was my favorite amongst the members. But I thought that the rapping was really incredible in this track as well. I feel like, especially towards the end, like that really big crescendo moment at the end of the song, I feel like B2B has done that well, and I feel like they continue to do it well, where they have like members popping off vocally in the back, and then obviously having like the members that are rapping in this section just absolutely just go ape shit. I love that. um, and just showing off all their skills. I mean, Young Kwan is incredible. I feel like the high note in this song was really like expertly done, and I would again not expect anything less from him because he is a fantastic vocalist. But I also really enjoyed like Chung Sub as well. I feel like his vocals are really incredible. I've started to pick out a little bit more of the way that he like stylizes things, and I really like that. Sung Jae was also really incredible in this song as well. But yeah, overall, I thought this was really, really like really good kind of like combination of the things that I've been enjoying about BTOB. And I like that they're starting to get like more tailored. You know what I mean? Not that they hadn't been before, but like I feel like the precision on this song was just so good. So I definitely appreciate that a lot. But yeah, this is if this is your favorite, I again this is probably amongst my favorites for sure. But like this is one of your favorite BTOB songs. Just know you're valid. This is an incredible choice, and obviously one that we had to rock with. So very nice, very nice. We are keeping it moving. The next one we have, I want to say next time. Next song we have is Movie. So let's check that out.
그래 믿을 만한 놈은 없고 네 옆에 내가 있긴 너무 아깝다고 날 어떻게 말해도 난 그냥 이대로 밤새도록 끝까지 나와 즐기면 돼 Hey DJ 여자는 자나깨나 조심해야 해 둘로 나눠서 가질 순 없을 테니 man 불이야 조심해 어두운 거리에서 날 유혹하려 해도 I belong to my lady 유머한 조각 올려먹는 케이크 최고의 애잡단 수식어는 past make history or not 널 향해서 있어 all night alright 조금 어지러워 날 좀 붙잡아줘
I was gonna say he's giving off Joker. Jared Leto wants to look back.
Too late, girl, you better stop frontin'. I'm one in a million, limited edition, no kidding. You'll be wishing you could be my missus. Sooner or later, girl, you want that position. When I walk up in the club, all the girls stare at me. I'm the only thing they see, and the guys who stay with me, cause I'm fresh and clean. From my head to my feet, I'm the definition of the word masterpiece. 넌 날 흥분시키는 내 모에서 야릇해지고 붕붕 떠있는 기분 그냥 얘기해도 내 귀가 간지러 누가는 야리다도 같이 Roman Dynamite 심어놔요 오빠 직전에 폭풍 전에 끊어지는 네 성과 터지는 심장은 붕붕 What an ending and bye bye 날 겨는 형량공주와 왕자 Looks like a movie 모두 뻔해 나도 그렇게 널 사랑하길 원해 네 새롭게 남자답게 내 모든 걸 가져도 돼내 시간은 너대로 흘러 예전에 나를 받아줘 내 맘의 상처 아무는 대로 I be your man 누구보다도 내 마지막 사랑이 되도록 우리 둘의 만남은 어디까지 가는 똑같은 실수 다시 하지 않아 Move your body right now 날 두고 가지 마 Do it again, do it again, do it again, yeah Let's like a movie 모두 뻔해 나도 그렇게 널 사랑하길 원해 네 새롭게 남자답게 내 모든 걸 가져도 돼내 시간은 너대로 흘러 늦기 전에 나를 받아줘 네 맘의 상처 아무는 대로 I'll be your man 누구보다
All right. This is B2B movie. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Um, this is a funky banger. Listen. Whenever you got a good funky bass riff, I feel like there's a good opportunity for me to like this song. I feel like that if you got that element in the song, I'm pretty much on board with it. This is great. I loved the like horn section in the song. I thought it was really fun. Again, playing into that like really funky pop sort of theming that they have going on in this song. Um, I also thought like the hook in this song was really really good. Like I didn't think it was gonna be as catchy as it was, but I feel like by the time I got into that second chorus, I was like singing along, like humming along in my mind, the melody, like the phrasing and stuff. I thought that was really good. I also really enjoyed. There was one specific member that I was like really kind of vibing out with. I actually enjoyed a lot of them. But Minhyuk, I thought he was incredible in the song. Like that rap section was really sick. After also shout outs Peniel. Peniel was really good. I liked his rap section, but uh Minhyuk was great, and I really really enjoyed like the just the vibes of it. I thought he really kind of not only was doing some like really fun like vocals with like a little bit of like different like I don't know, like a little bit of auto tune, but it was like tastefully done, and I like that. But then as well as that, like committing to doing some like really great rap sections in the song, so I really appreciate that. Um, I also really enjoyed Ilhoon. He's got such a I know I pointed out a couple times throughout B2B right now, but like he's got such a unique kind of like a little bit nasally in a good way like vocal tone in this song. So I feel like he sticks out even more than he normally does to me. So I felt like his choice in rapping was very unique. Um but I thought this was great. This was definitely another fun vibe. I feel like I'm really falling in love with Chang Sub as well. I think he's incredible. I also was able to kind of point out different sections of him of his vocals that I really liked. So definitely appreciate this one a lot. I think this one's gonna be a sleeper for me. Like definitely I think maybe just outside of my favorites, but definitely amongst the better songs that I listened to tonight. I mean, it's obviously they're all great, but I feel like it's a hard one to beat for sure. So, very nice, very nice. Gungi says it's crazy to think this song isn't in my top 5. That's fair. I mean, I feel like it's so tough. Like when you go through 20 title tracks, like how and I'm sure there may be more, but like it's hard to keep up, but very nice, very nice. Hugh, thanks for hanging out. Next, BAP. They were second. They were second. So unless Biscuit has surpassed the 100K, I feel like maybe we'll do BAP next. If everyone's down to listen to BAP, that might be our next deep dive. But if Biscuit gets 100,000 channel points, which they're close, then we'll consider doing that for the next week's stream. So you have to come back. Kelly says yes, Minhyuk is a great rapper and also singer. Very nice. Biscuit also agreed that he's great at both. He says B2B Sungjae and Chang Sub released new special singles a few ago. Yes, we will be. So part 2, which is on Wednesday, we'll be doing some more solo stuff as well. According to our chatter Kaylee, who has put the playlist together, that's what we got planned. So Gunky says we're going to be getting into another top 5 song for me. Fair enough. And Biscuit is so close, 99.5. Let's go. You'll definitely hit it. There's no way. If you don't hit it tonight, I'll just I'll feel bad and just be like, I'll stream for a little extra so you can get it. But very nice, very nice. We will keep it moving. The next B2B song we have is Missing You. So let's check it out.
is incomplete. It's missing you.
오늘도 하루 보내 다를 게 없이 하나도 안 어색해 혼자 있는 게 너 없이는 될 것 같은 내가 이렇게 살아 근데 좀 여전히 기있나 봐
Yeah 후련하게 다 털어내 지난 일에 마음 쓰는 게 It's alright 답이 잘 보이는 것 싶다가 또 어느새 날 가두는 감옥이 돼 Yeah 시간은 앞으로만 가는 걸 어째 그동안 난 아무것도 이룬 것이 없네 yeah.
아직도 내 마음속에 너 너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 너를 그리워하다
Great layered vocals in the back. Oof.
다 괜찮을 거라 되뇌어봐도 내 하루의 끝엔 또 너로 남아 너 없이는 될 것 같던 내가 이렇게 살아 사실 좀 허전해 넌 여전히 여기 있나 봐
내 맘은 여전해 아직 너를 원해 2년이 지나도 난 아직 널 그리워해 난 아직 기억해 우리 처음 봤을 때 네 옷차림과 머리 스타일도 다 정확하게 I pray for you every night and day I hope that someday soon I can see you once again yeah.
아직도 내 마음속에 너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 너를 그리워하다
잠에서 깨어 헝클어진 머리처럼 내 일상도 꽤나 엉망이 돼버렸어 책임져 아무렇지 않은 척 드리워진 표정도 내 모든 것에 스며든 내 흔적도 다 책임져 아직도 날
잊을 수 없나 봐 다시 돌아와줘
Does that change sub pop off?
그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 너를
Oh, key change. Let's go.
너를 지우려 하다 1년이 가버려도 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 그리워하다
Oof. Oh, sorry. I like it's so weird. Like some have like such an extenuated ending to it and others don't. So I'm so confused. Anyway, this was B2B's Missing You. I like this. This was good. As aforementioned, the ballads are great. I feel like that I feel like I could throw this in the great ballads catalog, of course. But I thought this was really nice. Like, vocally, I think it was cool to be able to pick out like different members. Like, I loved Peniel's verse. Ilhoon was, I think, before Peniel. They were both incredible. I also never realized, like, especially for this song, I didn't know how much of a differentiation between like Peniel and Ilhoon's like vocals, like they kind of sound like when they're back to back to each other, like I couldn't really tell the difference a little bit, but then like obviously seeing Peniel doing his section, I was like, oh, it's gotta be Peniel, unless I'm like unless he shot the MV in a weird way. I'm like, it has to be him. So it was very interesting to see kind of that juxtaposition, and like how similar their types of vocal sounds are. Specifically in this song, I felt like they were a little bit more closely aligned. I also really enjoyed Chang Sub's vocals in this one. He had like that really cool like vocal pop off moment towards like that before the key change. I thought that was incredible. He's got such a powerhouse vocal. Obviously, Young Kwan is also incredible too, but like I feel like I gotta give Chang Sub his dues as well too, because he's an incredible vocalist, and like I feel like he gets to pop off as well and do it with equally as great strides as well. So really enjoyed that. Y'all know I love a good key change. So once we got into that final chorus with the key change, impeccable stuff. But this was great. I would definitely, like I said, they have had really great ballads. Is this my favorite ballad from BTOB? It's up there for sure, but I think there was maybe I'll have to go back and look at the song title names, but I know there was definitely one that I was like, damn, this one fucking rocked, you know? But I feel like I have to see all of these like ballad songs performed live, just because I feel like each thought that has come into my head about like the ballads that they do, I'm just like, damn, I feel like I gotta listen to this one live, because if they're popping off like they are in this song, like I feel like the live aspect of that is just like probably next level. So very nice, very nice. This was another really fucking solid one. So I like it. Jazz says this one is so iconic. I can't agree now. Biscuit says this is one of my favorites, and one of their most famous. Hugh says former member Ilhoon also released a new song, Michelangelo. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing that in Wednesday's stream. Kelly says this is a favorite too. Gungi says this just misses my top 5. It's at my number 6, but love this song. Hyunsik, our producing father. Ooh, I didn't know he was doing the production. That's awesome. Production sound great, so kudos to him. Kaylee says this one live too. Jessica says the Tipsy live version of this is also great. Ooh, okay. So just says it's cool to see their growth from their early years. Love this song. Yep, it's cool to see. It's cool to see. Hugh says, are you doing K-pop Journey? I don't know. We are doing Love today. I did see your comment earlier, so I don't know what that's in reference to. Let me know. And Kaylee says, yes, production and composition. Oh, wow. Okay. We love a king that does both. So big salutes. All right. We are keeping it moving. We've got 5 left on this playlist and probably 5 for the rest of the stream. So we are keeping it moving. The next one is Only One for Me. So let's check it out. Ooh, I like this.
난 지금 내게 가고 있는 길이야 봄의 끝보다 훨씬 빠르게 할 말이 있는 걸 말하지 않으면 평생을 후회하며
Fucking subs, baby.
아마도 살 것 같아 너랑 숨 쉬면 정신 못 차리겠어 눈이 감기고 I just want you to know I'm the real one that you're looking for 걱정은 불안함만 해가도 건너편에다 놔두고 이제부터 우리 사진 주와 담아 네 소나기 안에 아기자기 걸어둘 거야 어디든지 보이게 해줘 너 없인 안 된다 해줘
너 없인 안 된다 난 너여야 한다 아무리 생각해도 난 결국 너야 후회하기 싫다 너를 사랑한다 Cause you are the only one 나는 너뿐이라는 걸 Let's get it on, let's get it on Why don't you be my girl Let's get it on, let's get it on Cause you are the only one for me 아직도 내게 가고 있는 길이야 여름밤 공기보다 그리워했던 널 붙잡지 못하면 평생을 후회하며 살 것 같아.
Yeah, yeah. 네가 너무 보고 싶어서 yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, I swear this ain't nobody call nah, nah, nah. 그냥 생각나서 하는 것도 아니야. 드디어 정신 차렸어. 너 없이 난 된다는 걸 now I know, now I know. 다시 시작해볼 생각 있으면 전처럼 만날 생각이 있으면 let me know. Let's give it a go.
너 없이는
Hey,
된다.
let's go, Peniel.
너여야 한다. 아무리 생각해도 난 결국 너야. 후회하기 싫다. 너를 사랑한다. 'Cause you are the only one for me.
나의 여름 너로 어떻게 하겠니. 해를 몇 번을 넘겨도 you and me. 너를 사랑해 또 말하고 말해도 오직 너여야만 I can live. 우리 뜨겁게 잡은 손 꽉 잡아서 여름바람을 꽉 안아도 두근두근 우린 구름 위. 이대로 우리 둘이
너 없인 안 된다. 난 너여야 한다. 아무리 생각해도 난 결국 너야. 후회하긴 싫다. 너를 사랑한다. 'Cause you are the only one. 나는 너뿐이라는 걸. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Why don't you be my girl? Let's get it on, let's get it on. 'Cause you are the only one for me.
Hey, all right. This was B2B, only one for me. Very cool, very cool. This was a feel good vibe, and I'm about it. B2B bringing the positive, fun, major key vibes of the song. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Shout outs to the subs. That was awesome to obviously be able to pinpoint each member. I thought that was incredible. I feel like that should happen more often, you know? The ease of entry would be much easier, I'd imagine. But this was great. I really enjoyed a lot of the aspects of this. I feel like I have definitely appreciated Peniel more and more as we've gotten deeper into this B2B's discography. He's got such a interesting vocal tone, and I think it transcends into his rapping tone, which I think is so much fun. And I'm like, you know what? That is Peniel. I know that's Peniel. Like, it feels very iconic in that capacity. So I love that. I think his verse was very fun too. I loved the different energies he brought to it. I thought that was incredible. I loved at the end that shared moment between Youngkwan and Ching Sob. That was incredible. Obviously, as I mentioned before, both fantastic vocalists, but just like really, really enjoyed their duality. I think they work so well together, and you obviously can tell their synergistic nature in this song. So I love that. I also want to give a really big mention because I feel like I haven't pointed him out a ton, but I really enjoyed Sungjae's vocals. He's got such a like sweet tone. I feel like in a song like this, in that like little second verse section that he had, just was so good. And I was just like, damn. I was like kind of taken aback. I was just like, damn, have I really been sleeping on Sungjae this entire stream? And I feel like I got to give him the love because it was really good. I loved his vocals. Hopefully I will pick out more of his stuff, but I feel like he is just so good, and underrated, I would argue, in B2B. But like, I mean, again, they're all incredible. Like I said, don't want to give any specific praise to anybody, but I feel like Sungjae, in my mind, stood out the most to me in this song. So much kudos to Sungjae. He did incredible. But yeah, this was another bop. It was like a little summery, a little islandy, you know, little island vibe, fun. So good vibes all around, in my opinion. So definitely like that. Everybody kept saying, let's get it on in chat. We love to see it. And Kaylee said, Hyunsik and Changsub actually were both admitted to study practical music at Huan University, which has a 3,000 to 5 acceptance rate at the time. Holy shit, that is insane. I have heard of Huan University, so that's wild. That's like, I imagine that's like the fucking Berklee College of Music in Korea, which is like probably even harder to ascertain. So that's wild. Sandra says nice fits. Let's see what else. Hugh says piano rap English on top. Ooh, okay. I like that. Sandra says the production in this song is very good. It showcases all the members. I agree. And Kaylee says, Sungjae, that's my bias. I'm obsessed with him. Oh, nice. There we go. Well, shout outs to your bias. All right. We've got a couple more left. The next one is Beautiful Pain. So let's check this out.
사랑을 만나 이별을 하고 수없이 많은 날을 울고 웃었다. 시간이란 건 순간이란 게 아름답고도 아프구나.
낭만이란 시는 거의 시체 같아. 바라고 있어 막연한 보답. 아픔을 피해도 다른 아픔을 만나. 옆에 있던 행복을 못 찾았을까. 너를 보내고 얼마나 나 많이 후회했는지 몰라. 지금 이 순간에도 많은 걸 놓치고 있는데 말야.
시간은 또 흘러 여기까지 왔네요. 지금도 결국
Hey, Travis, what's good? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming through.
Love them pain Yeah, lesson from my mistakes 우린 실패로부터 성장해 사랑은 하고 싶지만 Nobody wants to deal with the pain that follows No, I understand them though Yeah, 이해돼 사랑이라는 게 매롭게 하던 게 이제는 매일 괴롭게 해 아픈 건 없어지겠지만 상처들은 영원해 But that's why it's called
Yo, that acoustic guitar player is ripping it right now. What?
기다리질 않나요 오늘도 결국 어제가 되겠죠 다시 시작하는 게 너무나 힘든걸요 어김없이 끝이 날까봐 사랑을 만나 이별을 하고 수없이 많은 날을 울고 웃었다 시간이란 건 순간이란 게 아름답고도 아프구나
사랑이란 건 멈출 수 없다 아픔은 반복돼 이렇게 또 아픈데 또 찾아와 사랑은 난 뭐해 우린 누구나 바보가 돼 무기력하게 누운 순간들 오래도록 기다렸다는 듯 아픈 사랑 앞에 물들어가
그대를 만나 사랑을 하고 그 어떤 순간보다 행복했었다 그대는 부디 아프지 말고 아름다웠길 바란다 사랑을 만나 이별을 하고 수없이 많은 날을 울고서 다 시간이란 건 순간이란 게 아름답고도 아프구나.
Ooh, that one was an emotional hit. Oh, that was awesome. This was B2B's Beautiful Pain. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Wow, what a fucking phenomenal song. Oh my god. This is so good. Man. I think this might be my favorite ballad tonight. Honestly, this is so good. Wow. I have a lot to say. I want to give a shout outs to Hyunsik. I feel like his vocals in this song were chef's kiss. So good. I loved his like low end, like mid-range tone. It just cuts through this song so well, and like he is fit perfectly in the structure of the song, like in that like little like low end towards the end of the song was like they placed him beautifully towards there. Like he had like that acoustic guitar section, just his vocals. It was great. He started off the song. I thought that was incredible. Like he really kind of again was, in my opinion, I feel like a cornerstone to how good this song was. So I really like that a lot, and I think if his contributions were in the song would have been, I feel like it would have been remiss, honestly. But as well as that, man, like Peniel's rap section was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Like really in the moment, I think it worked well. Like he obviously knew what to do and what fit the mode of the song. So I love that. But man, that like mix between like Hyunsik, Changsub, I think it was actually not Hyunsik. It was Sungjae, Changsub, and Youngkwan were like that towards the end. That like ad lib, like oh, it was incredible. Like Sungjae doing like that mean like vocal section, and then like Changsub and Youngkwan doing like the ad libs over top. It just was so. Oh, it was like a masterclass and like really beautifully put together like arrangement, and I really love that a lot. You could definitely tell a lot of like the emotion, energy, the feeling of the song, I think was really kind of like overflowed in that section. So I really love that. You could tell just the strength of that song in that like final chorus. So I love that they really again put that exclamation mark at the end of the song. I think it just really works out so well. But yeah, if this is amongst your favorites, I resonate with you because this one definitely like was so good to start, and I feel like just continued to just snowball and get better and better. So wow, what a, no pun intended, like I mean obviously the adjective beautiful pain or the adjective of being beautiful, I feel like is very underrepresented in the song. This was just such an incredible work of art. So I love this a lot. This was phenomenal. Gungi says that this came out a few months after Youngkwan joined the military, so he's not in this song. Oof, I think that hits even worse. The song's really amazing. Song just in another ballad. Wow, that's awesome. This is good. Gungi says Beautiful Pain is the last of my top 5 songs. This was the first song I heard from them. Very nice. Everyone says I love this one. Actually know it, so very nice. Two tunes. Hello, thanks for hanging. Got a couple more of B2B left. And Youngkwan may have been in the song, but he wasn't in the MV or promotions. I'm not sure. Okay, fair enough. All right. We are gonna keep it moving. The next one we have is B2B's Outsider. So very nice. Kaylee says I should have mentioned it earlier, but Hyunsik does a lot of the producing. Yes, I know you mentioned it before. So I didn't know he does like a majority of their discography. So that's incredible. So very nice. All right, well let's get into Outsider then.
깊은 닭석 랠리 트러블 칙칙탕 day by day 짜여진 각본 같은 하루 억지로 버티는 게임 한어머니로 날겠는데 숨이 턱 막히는 vibe Just give me a chance tonight
Yeah, 내 인생 한번 다시 돌아보면 이끌릴 수 없어 There's no way that I'm a human 어쩌면 robot 아니면 maybe I'm Dreaming in real life 아침마다 하는 말 I just want something new
Wait, are they matching the bass up with the horn?
I don't wanna be the same as everybody else No, I just wanna be what you wanna be
I wanna be an outsider 남들과 똑같고 싶지 않아 an outsider 아무도 모르는 세상 속에 나 홀로 빠져 Just get the silence Just let me be, set me free I just wanna be an outsider Outsider
잠시 실례 좀 할게요 동서남북은 사방에 적혀지 Hopefully somebody only my homies 아침마다 간 잡아먹히는 현실 동해보다 더 짠내 나는 스토리 살려 드리봉 걸리는 흐리멍텅한 동공 크게 켜 느리먹 목표를 향해 뛰어 돈 눈에 불을 켜라 부릅떠 맹수처럼 그래 Yes I'm a dreamer I don't give up
때도 없어 in a flow 뺀거리는 매일 하루같이 하루 사는 것뿐 가슴이 휑하게 pain I don't know 날 거없는 문제 눈이 퀭해지는 vibe Just give me a chance tonight I wanna be an outsider 남들과 똑같고 싶지 않아 an outsider 아무도 모르는 세상 속에 나 홀로 빠져 Just feel the silence Just let me be, set me free I just wanna be an outsider Outsider 내일이 다시 찾아와도 내 길을 걸어가 남들과는 다른 vibe, right
Ooh, okay. That instrumental section was sick.
Just let me be, set me free. Now you're looking at me, outsider. Outsider.
Ooh, all right. That was B2B's Outsider. Very nice. Very nice. Gunky says this was released almost 3 years after Beautiful Pain. Wow, that makes sense though, considering that Young Kwon went into the military. So that I could see that. Yeah, this was a fun song. I feel like every Biscuit, Kaylee, Gunky all said that this was a fun song. So I would like to relay that message for a fourth time and say that this was a fun song. I like this. I don't know if it's a combination of like bass and I think maybe like saxophone or something, but like the way that like that lower register feels very saxophone-ish, and then obviously matched up with like a lot of like that bass riffing. I thought that was very interesting. I do feel like the song collectively has like a lot of like low end tone to it, but then also has a lot of like that high range tone from the vocals and stuff. But I feel like there's maybe like, in my opinion, I feel like there's maybe like a mid-range tone that's just kind of missing that in this song, and maybe that's intentional, but like I feel like there was something in that like mid-section that I'm like, I wish there was maybe like a little something there to just kind of like stimulate it a little bit more. other than that, I feel like the thing that stood out to me the most was Minhyuk's rap section. I thought that was incredible. That man knows how to be a speed demon because there is some really cool phrasing. So I like that a lot. It was really fun. But yeah, this was just a groovy song. Like I said, is it amongst my favorite BTOB songs tonight? I don't know if I would place it just because I had more of an more of an out of field like kind of feeling about some of these songs, and this one I felt like was very good. Definitely something I feel like BTOB would do. If I didn't know that they had done this, I would just be like, oh yeah, this is something I feel like they could rock with. But I don't know, it just didn't strike me as I feel like some of the other songs have tonight. And that's not to discredit this song by any stretch, because I think it's incredibly well written. I think it's really fun. I think it's groovy, but just maybe isn't for me. So that's fine. Very nice. Very nice. We are going to keep it moving. 2 tunes. I will not be doing any requests tonight, unfortunately. We are doing BTOB tonight. So, but come back for a chaos stream. We'll have to throw it in there. But, the next one, is The Song. Kaylee says also Ilhoon left in 2020 before this. That I felt like he was missing. So that would make entirely a lot of sense. So, all right, let's get into the song then.
어느새 흐려진 수많은 날들이 문득 생각이 나죠. 그때 즐겨 듣던 노래 하나씩 꺼내보죠. 그랬었지 우리. 그리워하다가 운 노래 내 맘은 여전히 아직 너야. 괜찮다고 위로된 노래 I believe in you, I believe in you. 아직 너의 소리가 들려. 함께 들었었던 추억이 담긴 노래 같이 불렀었던 노래 멜로디 가슴 속에 늘 간직할게. 시간이 멈추는 날까지 계속 부를래. 목이 터지도록 널 부를게. 설레었다 널 처음 본 순간부터. 눈이 부셔 오지나 빛이 나던지 숨기지 못했던 떨림 그 느낌에 행복이란 단어를 말했다. 어느새도 나의 노래가 돼. 수많은 것들이 변한다 해도 내일도 모레도 널 부를래. 하루 온종일 노래할게. 언제나처럼 넘치도록 설레인다. 너 없인 안 된다던 노래 해를 몇 번을 넘겨도 우리 아름답고 아팠던 노래 Yeah, I love the pain, beautiful pain. 아직 너의 미소가 보여. 함께 들었었던 추억이 담긴 노래 같이 불러 불렀었던 추억이 담긴 노래 사랑이 담긴 노래 같이 불렀었던 노래 멜로디야 가슴 속에 늘 간직할게 시간이 멈추는 날까지 계속 부를래 계속 목이 터지도록 널 부를게.
Oof. Wow. All right. That was B2B, the song. If you're hanging out for the B2B part 1 deep dive, thank you for chilling. Thank you for hanging. I feel like I'm at the point where I don't know if I legitimately could say any more about B2B and I still have another part to do. But no, I think to me B2B is a type of group that I feel that they take such pride in their arrangements, you know, like there's just something about their discography that, you know, we are coming to a close to with that. I think it's just incredible to see them all kind of collectively come together. You know what I mean? Like there's something really magical about the way that these songs are written. You know what I mean? And I think it has a lot to do with obviously the collective of B2B, but I'd also say like they are all very talented in their own right. You know what I mean? I feel like Youngkwon, we know he is like one of the pop-off kings. You know, I feel like he is very much showing off his skill. Minhyuk has some great like rap verses, and I felt like he did a little bit of vocals in this, which was nice. Chang Sub, another fantastic vocalist. Yeah, Hyunsik, also another fantastic vocalist. Peniel did a great rap verse in this song. Sungjae was also fucking phenomenal in this song as well too. Like, I think at every turn, I'm just like, damn, like there's just so much talent, and like the level of like melody choice was great, and like the way that they just like stack on top of each other and hit these like really gorgeous like 2-part harmonies, 3-part harmonies is just like really kind of makes you sit back. And even if like this isn't your genre of choice, like I feel like to me you can get so much respect out of the artistry that is presented to you, because you know there's just like a level of detail that you're just like, man, like I can take a lot out of this, you know, especially if you're a vocalist. Like I feel like there's just so much to be learned from that. And even production style wise too, I mean, I think there's just like there's a way that these types of songs just have this like emotional, like deep-seatedness that I think I just really appreciate. So thanks for joining, Trav. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. We'll have to catch up soon. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, this was just great. This was like, again, this was such a beautifully like produced song. I think like, again, gotta give a shout outs to Hyunsik for the production on this. I think he really absolutely killed it as well. But yeah, this is another powerful ballad. I don't know, like all of the more current ballads that we've listened to tonight, I've just been like, damn, these are good. So I feel like this is probably up amongst the favorites ballads for sure. So very nice, very nice. We are getting into the final couple ones. The last one before the final one we've got is Wind and Wish. So let's check it out.
내 맘을 전해줘 저 멀리 그대에게 닿도록 내 바람이 스칠 때 행복을 느낄 수 있게 긴 하루의 끝에 또 너를 생각해 오늘 넌 어떻게 하루를 보냈을까 시간은 빠르게 도는데 여전히 내 맘은 똑같아 넌 별일 없기를 오늘도 바래
행복하고 잘 지내길 바래 진심이야 I'm not lying 맘을 담아 너를 응원해 To your future endeavors yeah 우리 happily ever after 바람과 사라졌지만 yeah I still wish you the best Cause I love whenever you smile
내 맘을 전해줘 저 멀리 그대에게 닿도록 내 바람이 스칠 때 행복을 느낄 수 있게 Everybody say oh hey 야야야야 나의 바람 갈 수 있게 날 느낄 수 있게 가끔은 어쩌네 어딘가 모르게 그래도 행복해 괜찮아 모든 게 아름답던 우리 추억이 꽤 힘이 되고 네 yeah, 너도 그러길 오늘도 바래 I wish
yeah, 내가 그리울 때 눈을 감아 살랑살랑 두감을 간지럽히는 바람 어느새 꽤 걸린 이 꼬리 산뜻하게 널거림 homie nobody say say for better day 너의 숨결을 느낄 때 다시 나갈 수가 있게
넌 계속 행복해져 늘 그렇게 빛나줘 너의 바람 느껴질 때 웃을 수 있게 내 맘을 전해줘 저 멀리 그대에게 닿도록 내 바람이 스칠 때 사랑을 느낄 수 있게 Everybody say oh hey 야야야야 나의 바람 갈 수 있게 야야야야 날 느낄 수 있게
All right. This was B2B's Wind and Wish. If you're hanging out, very nice. This was good. I feel like if you cut up every first sentence of what after I finish listening to the song, I'm just gonna be like, this is good. I like this one, you know? I feel like this one is very good. Like I like the like ensemble vocals. I think that that's really incredible. I think this one was definitely more like chill, which is I think B2B has been interesting where I've had songs that are like really more energetic and more in your face, and this one feels more like vibey, like it's got a good feel to it. But I like this. I like this a lot. I thought that the vocals in the song were really good, like especially in that like bridge section. I thought that was really incredible. And I also enjoyed that like little rap section from Minhyuk. I think it was Hyunsik that was with him in that like section of the MV if I'm not mistaken. But I thought this was nice. It was very chill, very vibey. And that's something I feel like B2B has done yet. So it was a cool departure for what I would imagine them to do. So curious to see if they would do a comeback, because I did see Kaylee says that this is the last full group comeback that they've had. I am curious to see, you know, if they come back as a collective piece in the future. But Gungi says the B-side Heaven is my favorite song on this EP. Ooh, I'll have to check it out. Sonja says this is their last comeback as a group. Maybe that's why it's a bit of a sad vibe muted. That could be. They could be. And they left Cube after this. Ooh, wow. Okay. So they had a lot of changes. Um, huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. No Santa, thanks for hanging. This is good. Is on on the sheet. Oh my god. They need to be added to the cube lore. Oh god. Oh god. Um. All right. Well, we're getting into the final B2B song. This one is "Love Today," so I feel like we gotta check it out. So let's give it a spin.
눈부신 그때의 우리 돌아갈 수 있을까? I see the sunrise breaking through the dark. 애써 숨짓던 수많은 시간과 외로움만이 남겨진 거리. But I know the truth. Let's turn the page, rewrite the lines tonight. 조각난 별빛이 나 왜 난 상투성인 건지 Where you wait 손을 높이 뻗어봤자 휑한 바람만 스치우다 불안해져 밤먹혀도 내일을 꿈꾸고 싶어 내 이름 한 번 저 하늘에 걸어둘래 I think I'm not too late Yeah I think I'm not too late 부딪혀 all the way 어디쯤에 있을까 어떤 하루 끝에 무너져 내릴 만큼 슬플 땐 조금은 쉬어가도 돼 다른 무엇보다도 너를 믿기 Time to shine 눈부실 만큼 빛나는 모든 날
Yeah Feels like I'm stuck in the dark, all alone and I've lost my spark. But everyone's got their own battles we know nothing about. So just keep moving forward, soldier that's in order. Don't backtrack, I'm not gonna fall back, no. No rearview mirror, I just need a breather. It's okay to take a break, it's okay. Yeah, little mind clearer. Let's go. I just need to find the light. Find the light. Yeah, I think I'ma be alright.
Hey.
이대로도 충분해.
Oh. All right. This was a subunit of B2B, and this is Love Today. And this features Youngkwan, Hyunsik, Peniel, and Minhyuk. Very nice, very nice. This was great. I enjoyed like the acoustic guitar in this one. I think that was incredible. I think the arrangement was really fun. Big salutes to Hyunsik again for, I would imagine, doing the production. But it's very sweet. Definitely cool to hear, like, obviously Hyunsik a little bit more. Not to say that like I wasn't paying attention to his vocals, but like it was cool to hear him in a different capacity. So really like his tone. I think he's got a very like sweet tone. I think it works out really well. Youngkwan is obviously incredible. So I feel like it goes without saying. But I enjoyed Peniel's rap section. I was surprised he did it in all English. That was awesome. Kudos to him. It sounded great. And I also enjoyed Minhyuk's rap section as well. I think he was incredible. They had like a cool kind of synergistic nature to them. So I thought that was incredible. But But yeah, this is just a nice, lovely song. Like, you know what I mean? I think B2B, at least from my perspective, has just always been really fun. You know, like they really kind of show off of a lot of different variations to what they're doing, and you know, I feel like again this is no exception. So, this was great. Kaylee says Peniel is from Chicago. Oh, I did not know that. That is cool. Shouts to Peniel in Chicago. If I have anybody from Chicago, shout outs to you. But yeah, this was great. Kaylee, thank you for putting the playlist together. Some favorites of tonight. I feel like it's gonna be so hard to like nail down favorites. I'll probably say in no particular order. I'm gonna say the song "Beautiful Pain." Winter's Tale. Thriller. And I'll do honorable mention, Second Confession. I feel like those would be my my favorites of the evening. So, Kaylee says I should mention that this subunit is one under BTOB's company, their own company now. Very sick. Sungjae and Cheng Sub did sign other places for musicals and acting stuff, but they're still a group. Oh wow. Okay. Very nice. Speaking about solo stuff, we will be covering some solo stuff in Wednesday's stream. If you are in Discord, you have already seen this, but we are covering some stuff, subunits, I guess, as well as individual soloist stuff. So this is just a preview. So go check out Discord if you want to go see the rest of it. But yeah, we are covering more. So, but very, very nice. Thank you. Yeah. Huge kudos to Kaylee. Biscuit says, my favorite song of theirs, I think, is a song called Finale, but these Beautiful Pain, Missing You, and Wind and Wish are my favorites. Ooh, very nice. Very cool. Gunky says, do you plan on doing a stream on Saturday at all? It would be a good day to have Brandon guess who recommends this song. I will be busy. So I probably won't be able to stream. So I know I'll be taking the next couple Saturdays off this month, but I will probably be back to doing it in June. So keep your eyes peeled. Kaylee says they have such a big part of their discography and they all have such big solo careers. Ah, very nice. Kaylee says, oh, whatever you're doing, have fun. Thank you. We're going to a wedding Friday evening. So, don't know how long that's going to be. We'll see. But yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff, trying to enjoy the time, trying to make sure she's like the GF's taken care of. So, while she's still recovering and stuff. So trying to keep it easy, but I'll let y'all know. Very exciting. As well as that, if you are on YouTube and you are following this on YouTube, hello. Thanks for hanging. I do all of this stuff on Twitch. So come hang out on Twitch. It'd be really cool if you're in Twitch chat. I get this all the time. So if you missed out on something, this is the best time to come hang out, give your spiel live. Would love to have you. And also all of the stuff on YouTube comes out later. I mainly posted all the Patreon first. So if you are a part of Patreon, you probably have seen I am pretty much up to date in terms of what is out now. There are some videos that are coming out this week that have been recorded about a month ago. So do that. And also join Discord. That'd be really sick. Would love to have you, get to know y'all better. So come join if you feel so inclined to. I don't want to force you, but I feel like we've got a good crew here, so would love for you to be a part of it. So thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Biscuit, all right, I need to know, you have to be at 100,000 now. I feel like I could talk a little bit more, but I feel like you got to be at 100,000 now. I hope you're at 100,000. Oh my God. Sunja, thank you for hanging out. Gunky, hello. Thank you. Or I don't know why I said hello. Thank you for hanging out as well. And Kaylee, thank you. Biscuit, I have to know. 90, it's like 90 away. Okay, I could talk for like 10 more minutes, I think. That has to be like the